It is claimed that Curtis told drug traffickers that in exchange for a $2 million payment to a high-ranking Bahamian official, in exchange for $2 million, a high-ranking Bahamian official or a high-ranking Bahamian politician would authorize the assistance and involvement of Bahamian law enforcement officials, including armed Royal Bahamas Police Force officers, in facilitating and ensuring cocaine shipments. The politician was not identified in the documents. All of us want to know who the politician is. We dying to know. We trying to find out who that is, who was determined to use our law enforcement system to traffic drugs. Okay? Clayton Fernando, when he spoke on this matter before his resignation, said, "This is a sobering reminder that no institution is immune to breaches of trust. Any officer implicated in wrongdoing will face the appropriate consequences. There will be no shield of protection for those who tarnish the honor of this uniform." They ain't just tarnishing the honor, they dragging it through the mud. But it is what it is. All right? Another case involving the RBDF. Remember, we talked about the case involving Marvon Miller. And we talked about Marvon Miller not getting justice because Marvon Miller was beaten and taken advantage of in Inagua and then left in Inagua on an agency, in an institution where no man should be left behind. Marvon Miller was left behind, abandoned in Inagua after Royal Bahamas Defense Force officers, his own colleagues, beat him up. They beat him, they slaughtered him, they took advantage of him, they abused him, they busted his eye, they knocked out his teeth, they threw him bad. A Defense Force officer. Other Defense Force officers, including senior officers, abandoned him, and then they had the guts and the gall to charge him. They had the guts and the gall to challenge him. They have the guts and the gall to try to get at him. They charged him. They didn't let the police handle the matter the way that they should. And so Marvon Miller was left abandoned on that island. And then they still turned around and tried to take advantage of him by putting him to be court-martialed. Well, we got an update on that because we talked about it when we saw the story on it. It says senior RBDF officer faces court-martial. And this is written by Earl Boleg of the Tribune. It says a senior Royal Bahamas Defense Force lieutenant has been served with a notice of intended prosecution in connection with allegations that a Marine was beaten by a superior officer and left abandoned in Inagua. Commodore Floyd Moxie revealed on Friday that 2 or 3 other Marines are also being charged in relation to the matter in which able mechanic Marvon Miller alleges he was punched, kicked, and placed in a headlock during separate encounters on HMBS Kamalami. His comments came weeks after the Tribune reported that Mr. Miller, who claimed he lost teeth and sustained bruises after being attacked aboard the ship in June 2024, was served with a notice to appear and was the only officer charged internally in the matter. Speaking to reporters on the sidelines of an event, Commodore Moxie said that able seaman, he was given his notice of intended prosecution. One of the officers was also given a notice of intended prosecution. You must realize that he is a senior lieutenant. The Defense Force Act states that a senior lieutenant or above must be court-martialed, and that process, the legal affairs is working through that.